Welcome everybody to this short little update regarding this channel and a few other things. First of all, I would like to say that I was invited by John Le Bon to Bonversations once again. It was my third appearance on that show. This time episode number 63. You can check it out. The links will be in the description. Some controversial things were being said during that podcast, some interesting topics, and you may want to check it out. For some of you, it might be triggering, maybe. But anyway, if you haven't listened to it yet, maybe go try to have a listen. And regarding my own show, my own podcast, I must say, which I already alluded on that show, that I don't envision myself as a content creator or a podcaster. If some of you were wondering why I don't do anything with this channel and this podcast of mine, it's because first of all, I don't have the proper motivation, the purity of, intent of doing this. I don't have the passion for it. I don't have the love for doing these kinds of things. That's one very important thing, because without that, it's hard to do anything in life. And the second thing is I just don't have the talent for it. I'm not the best speaker, and I never was, and probably never will. I don't have the language, capabilities that some people have. I don't have the charisma, or whatever you want to call it, character traits that would make me a great, content creator and a speaker and a presenter, or whatever you want to call it. I just don't have the talent for it. And sometimes it's like this, right? I tried my best. I put some work into it. I tried to produce the best quality podcast that I could, and I never really was fully satisfied with the results that I achieved, but I am satisfied and happy that I tried. I never envisioned myself in this kind of a role, and that would be speaking to people on the internet and discussing the deep subjects of this world and the lies of this reality and stuff like that. And I tried. I put some effort into it. I did my best with the limited resources that I had. I tried to do a proper job, but so there were some things good about it, some things bad about it, some things that I wish I would do better, some things that I was really fun, that I actually very happy with. But after all those months, I actually think it would be foolish for me to continue if I don't have the nor the passion, neither the passion and the drive, nor the talent and the capabilities to do it even better. And so for you people who expected a regular show, a regular podcast, you may want to unsubscribe from this channel, because that's not going to happen. But that doesn't mean that maybe in the future I won't return in some kind of way. If something great happens in the world, or something strange happens in the world, or some bigger event, fake event, bigger than ever, happens in this reality, maybe I will one way, and sometime return for at least a short period. But I wouldn't expect that if I were you. But I'm very grateful and thankful for all the listeners and all the people who wrote me emails and comments, and even donations. I was very surprised sometimes that I received some positivity from all those people, and I'm very grateful. I must say big thanks also to the critics, the trolls and the haters. There weren't many, but there were some, and it's a valuable lesson to learn, encountering some strange situations regarding that, and I must say I'm very grateful for it. It was a very interesting experience also. And what I would say finally, that if you are a serious truth seeker, and some people who listen to this podcast might have this internal drive to always ask questions and pursue different avenues of exploring mysteries of this universe, let's say, I must say that you don't need obviously anybody to listen to follow, or any podcast to or even further motivate you to do it. I think there are people who will never go beyond certain limits, but there are some people who will, no matter what happens, will do that. So you don't need me to do it for you. You don't need me to help you in some regards. Um, I will continue seeking truth in my own unique way, because every human being is unique. Everybody has unique talents, and some of you listening to this will have your own unique model of reality, who I would encourage you to test from A to Z and to pursue truth in your own unique way. And so nobody needs any internet, podcasters and shows and videos to do that, because, if you are already very sincere and serious about it, then you are already doing it. You don't need extra motivation from anybody, obviously. And in some ways, I think human beings are not, they don't really choose the destiny in their life. They don't really choose the path. If somebody is destined to find the truth, he will. In that regard, I think that certain people are chosen. They don't choose, right? I will leave it at that. So I would encourage everybody to ask questions that nobody has ever asked, to pursue the truths in ways that nobody has done before. And some of you may be more qualified to do shows or podcasts or whatever. You are more if you are more qualified than me, then you might want to give it a try, because it's a very unique experience. So that's what I wanted to say. I have this habit of sometimes talking nonsense, and extending my answers to certain questions. And so if I did that here or any other podcast, I apologize. But I would also say the one final thing, that when I seek answers to certain questions, in reality, I want to know the totality of evidence, both from the micro scale to the macro scale. I want to know what opposite sides of the argument talk about. I want to know where they are coming from. I want to see if I can find for myself the answer. I want to, debunk all my own belief systems. I want to destroy my own stupid opinions. So, that there are not many people who do it, and many people just listen to podcasts because they like the dopamine hit, or that's the habit of their life. And the same with content creators who fall for the trap of trying to please the audience, and you can get addicted from clicks, likes, subscriptions, and donations and stuff like that. And I never wanted to be trapped by that, and I almost fell for this trap myself, so I can understand that. But for all the real truth seekers out there, the unique people who are independent thinkers, I wish you all the best. And I'm very thankful that some very wise people wrote me certain comments and emails that made me think about certain things in a different way. And so I'm very grateful for all the people who I met in this time doing this podcast of mine, all the people who I met, let's say, virtually over the internet. So my big thanks to you, all the people. And I'm going back to my own way of living, my hermetic kind of a way of living, and pursuing the mysteries of this life in my own quiet way, without going public and getting sucked into this internet vortex. And this shit's addictive, and it's easy to fall for the groupthink and the echo chambers, and it's a very big trap of this world, and there are many layers, there are many traps. So please be mindful of this, and I wish you all the best, and thanks for listening to this, and bye.